Let's get honest, because there's a lot of noise out there. Highlight reels, luxury cars on rented driveways, private jets booked by the hour, secrets to success that sound deep but say nothing. But here's what most self-made millionaires won't tell you, and what I will. It wasn't luck. It wasn't just hustle, and it definitely wasn't some magic blueprint. It was mindset. It was brutal discipline. It was being willing to do the boring work over and over while everyone else chased dopamine. It was about who they became long before the money showed up. You see, the world loves to talk about results, income, awards, viral posts. They don't talk about the nights spent staring at the ceiling wondering if you're crazy. The rejection, the sacrifice, the years of being misunderstood. But I will, because I've been in those trenches, and the truth is, the path to becoming a self-made success is way less sexy than Instagram makes it look. But it's also more possible than you think. You just have to stop looking for permission and start becoming the kind of person who doesn't need it. And that starts with identity. Every self-made millionaire I've met or studied has one thing in common. They decided who they wanted to be before the world gave them proof it was working. They created a future self in their mind and showed up like that person long before the bank account caught up. They thought different, spoke different, moved different, not because they were pretending, but because they were rehearsing greatness in private before they were recognized in public. That's the part nobody sees. You don't wake up with confidence. You earn it by making decisions that align with who you say you are. That means saying no when it would be easier to say yes. That means building when no one's watching. That means risking being misunderstood by people who stopped dreaming a long time ago. So how did they do it? How did they go from nothing to everything? First, they built skills. Real ones. Not hype. Not charisma. Skills. Sales. Communication. Copywriting. Product design. Marketing. Leadership. Strategic thinking. Skills that solve problems, and problems that solve for profit. They didn't wait for the job title. They created value so loud the market had to pay attention. And they kept stacking those skills like bricks. Not once. Not when it was convenient. Every day. Because they understood this. The most valuable person in any room is the one who can create and communicate value clearly. The second thing? They mastered time. Not productivity hacks. I'm talking about protecting their energy like it was oxygen. They didn't fill their calendar with busy work. They focused on the 20% of things that produced 80% of their results. No mindless scrolling. Number 3-hour debates in comment sections. No toxic conversations that go nowhere. They traded short-term pleasure for long-term freedom. The third thing? They understood leverage. Time leverage. Skill leverage. Network leverage. Wealthy people don't just work hard. They work smart. They build systems, teams, offers. They understand that one well-designed product, one high-leverage relationship, or one high-value skill can do more for your net worth than a lifetime of grinding. They don't just trade time for money. They create assets that work even when they're asleep. Fourth, they became emotionally resilient. Because money doesn't just amplify your lifestyle, it exposes your mindset. You can't scale your income if you can't handle pressure. They built the emotional strength to lead, to fire people, to pivot quickly, to launch in public and fail in front of everyone and still show up the next day. That's the stuff that never gets posted but changes everything. And last, but maybe most important, they never waited for perfect. They launched when it was messy. They moved before they had full clarity. They invested in themselves before they felt ready. Because they knew that done beats perfect every time. That action builds confidence, not the other way around. So no, they didn't wait until they had 100K followers. They didn't need viral approval. They built in silence, in discomfort, in rejection. That's what self-made really means. It means building yourself brick by brick while nobody's clapping. And here's the best part. You don't have to be special. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't need the perfect background. You just need conviction. The belief that the life you want is on the other side of the work you're avoiding. In part 2, I'll show you exactly how to create your own roadmap, the habits, the psychology, and the execution plan to build your income, expand your impact, and step fully into the version of you that leads. But for now, just know this. You don't have to wait to start living like the person you want to become. You can start today, with a decision, with a shift, with one step toward your future. Because once you make that shift, the rest is just math. So you've made the decision. You're done waiting, done wishing, Done pretending that your future is going to magically happen without action. Good. That's the first step most people never take. But now it's time for the hard part, not the kind of hard that breaks you. The kind of hard that builds you. The kind of hard that separates the ones who post about it from the ones who live it. The path to becoming self-made doesn't start with a viral moment or a windfall. It starts with a repeatable process, a blueprint that's boring to most people because they're too addicted to shortcuts. But if you're ready to work like your freedom depends on it, here's how it actually happens. Step 1. Build your non-negotiables. I'm not talking about daily motivation. I'm talking about ritual, systems, habits so consistent they feel automatic. Every self-made millionaire I've met had a morning routine, not for Instagram, but because they knew the world wouldn't hand them focus. They claimed it. Wake up early, not for hustle culture, for clarity. Move your body, move your mind, read something that stretches you. Set your priorities before the world throws its chaos at you. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Step 2. Create your offer. No more vague ambition. Turn what you know into something people can pay for. Ask yourself, what problem can I solve? What value can I create? What am I good at that others struggle with? Then package it. Don't wait until it's perfect. Don't wait until you have a degree or a logo or a website. Sell something, a service, a skill, a solution. You'll learn more in your first 10 real-world sales than 100 hours of research. Step 3. Validate and iterate. Don't build in a vacuum. Put it out. Get feedback. Make it better. Charge more. Deliver stronger. Every no sharpens your process. Every yes strengthens your belief. You don't need thousands of clients. You need your first 10. Then you scale what works. Step 4. Master your money mindset. Wealth is a mirror. It reflects who you believe you are. So you've got to detox from your old money identity. The one that told you rich people are greedy. That wanting more is selfish. That success is shameful. That you're not good with money. Those aren't facts, they're programming. And they're keeping you stuck. Rewrite them. Every day. I used to say, I can't afford that. Now I say, how can I create the money for that? That one shift unlocked thousands. You don't need to hoard money. You need to circulate it with purpose. Step 5. Protect your attention like your life depends on it, because it does. Distraction is the new poverty. The more you scroll, the more you stall. Every notification is a tiny thief stealing your dreams in 5-minute increments. So turn it off. Set boundaries. Build blocks of deep work. 1 hour of focused output will beat 10 hours of multitasking chaos every single time. This is where most people tap out. They think they're working hard. But really, they're just staying busy. Self-made people know the difference. Step 6. Scale with leverage. When you've got proof your idea works, start pulling levers. Automate what you repeat. Outsource what you hate. Build systems that don't depend on your energy alone. Turn your time into tools. Turn your skills into assets. That's how wealth multiplies. You stop trading hours and start trading value. The goal isn't to be busy forever. The goal is to build something that works even when you rest. Step 7. Master emotional endurance. This one matters more than you think. Because success isn't linear. You'll have slow months, failed launches, haters, doubts. You'll outgrow people who said they were forever. You'll lose some of your old identity. You'll feel lonely sometimes. That's the price. But what you get in return? Autonomy, confidence, legacy. You'll wake up knowing your life is yours. Your time, your choices, your income, your impact. And nothing compares to that kind of freedom. Step 8. Audit your inputs. You can't build a wealthy life while consuming broke ideas. So ask yourself, what am I listening to? Who am I around? What do I allow into my mental space? You need fuel, vision, challenge. You need to be around people who force you to rise. If your circle doesn't stretch you, it's suffocating you. Don't be afraid to upgrade your environment, even if that means being alone for a while. Growth is noisy on the inside and silent on the outside, but it's always worth it. Step 9. Document the process. You don't have to be an influencer, but your journey has value. Share your lessons, your wins, your insights. Why? Because people don't just buy results. They buy stories. You become a magnet for the opportunities and people who align with your energy. And eventually, that story becomes your platform. Step 10. Don't stop. Not when you hit a goal. Not when you get tired. Not when people stop clapping. Self-made means self-led. No one's coming to remind you. No one's coming to hold your hand. You've got to keep showing up long after the motivation fades. That's how you make it. Quietly, daily, relentlessly. Not for the money, but for who you become in the process. Because when you finally taste the freedom of doing work you believe in, making money on your terms, waking up without financial fear, you'll never go back. Not because it's easy, but because it's yours. This is the life the 1% don't talk about. Not the highlight reel, the building, the belief, the blueprint, and it's all available to you if you're willing to stop chasing shortcuts and start building your foundation. One day, someone will ask how you did it, and you'll smile, because you'll know, you did the work. You rewired your identity. You bet on yourself when no one else did. You didn't wait to be picked. You picked yourself. And that's the part they'll never understand. Because the loudest part of your journey wasn't what you earned, it was who you became.